Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I watched Fixed. Before I get into this review, I have to be completely honest with something that defined my entire day today, but I wanted to prepare for watching Sausage Party Foodtopia as to review the series, the second season that just released on this channel. Haven't seen season 1 yet, haven't seen season 2 yet, so I decided to prepare for that series, to get myself in the mood for that series by watching the first Sausage Party again. So I did that today, which was interesting, and 16-year-olds fan would love that movie, but 25 to almost 26-year-olds fan hates it and despises it. But I then decided to also watch, oh yeah, I should review Fixed, so I watched that movie on the same day, and yeah, that kind of defined my day and my whole life. Holy fucking shit, I watched 2 horny animated movies in a row, and that is saying something. With that being said, I have no idea I have no idea what was happening today in my life, but it was interesting enough. But today I watched Fixed. The first time I heard about this movie was on a news site called Discussing Film. It was on a Twitter or an X page. It's a page I follow to get my movie news, to get my shorts on there. And that's the first time I heard about this movie Fixed, and I heard about the release date coming in August. And I was like, okay, should watch that movie. But then I got to watch the movie and I was like, oh, I see what's happening. And whenever I understood what this movie meant, I immediately could place myself in the mood where I was like, this is never going to be a good movie, but I hope that the humor will be fun at least. And I can say that definitely the animation is beautiful. It's quite beautifully 2D animated. It's like this old school kind of animation that I really like, that I really love, that we kind of lost along the way throughout history. And it's back with also was there with Robot Dreams, that movie that I also really love. But it's something in that pack with 2D animation, with the black outlines and stuff, that I just genuinely adore, because I have always loved it as a child and I love it right now as an adult whenever I see it in a movie, even though it's a movie like this. The humor in this movie, as with Sausage Party, works if you put yourself in the mind of it, but genuinely never is really funny. But you can have fun with it if you are in a, I wanted to say in a horny mood, but I can't say that without being demonetized if I ever were to earn money with this video. So let's just say I never even wanted to say horny, it's just the first word that came to mind, but in a mood for silliness, in a silly mood, let's so to say. This movie can definitely be fun if you watch it with friends, if you're drunk or something like that. There's no way for me to get this video monetized in any kind of way if I ever were to earn money with this channel. So hey, let's just throw it all out of the way. This movie's fucking garbage, but I kind of enjoyed the first 20-30 minutes of it, I have to be honest. It was not something I expected, but I genuinely liked the first 20 to 30 minutes. It was a little bit too horny, and the fucking Nana thing wasn't really working all that well for me. It was a good enough plot device to get the plot into motion, but it wasn't. That already was on my brink of, okay, maybe this joke is going a bit too far, even though you're making this kind of movie. Why that? But it wasn't a line, and I accepted it after a while. And then the movie descends into complete madness when the dog gets free, when the dog goes without being fixed, and that is when the movie lost it to me. And that is also the way that the movie got into more generic territory, even though it has adult jokes and goes to adult places like a dog whorehouse, which is interesting enough in and of itself. But it's also the way that this movie just feels generic, as we have seen that story countless times before, even though it's not with these kind of jokes. It's just something we have seen so many times before, and I've seen it quite recently in a movie called Sneaks, which is an animated movie as well, but then about sneakers, about Vans and Nikes and stuff. And that's telling you something. Like, the two worst movies of the year already have this. And I'm not declaring that this is one of the worst movies ever made, but story-wise it definitely fucking is. It's just that I enjoyed these first 20 minutes quite a bit before it got into generic territory and I lost my interest. So there's that. And this movie exists. And this movie has been made. And I just want everyone who is still watching, I want you all to know that this movie has been made by the same studio that has also brought you K-pop Demon Hunters 2 months ago. So in 2 months, Sony Pictures Animations created K-pop Demon Hunters, which is quite up there being one of the best movies of the year, and Fixed. I just want you all to take a moment to get that in. With that being said, the movie is not good, the humor is outdated, and it was never even in date to begin with. It was never good humor. This is like this childish humor that you will get when you are around 14 years old and your dick starts to pop out, stuff like that. And I never thought I would say something like that on this channel. I tried to keep it a bit family friendly, apart from the cursing. So you can have that one. You can have that one when your dick starts to pop out. Here, I said it again. With that being said, I should stop talking about this movie before I get myself into more trouble on this channel. Alright, what did you think of Fixed? Please let me know in the comments down below. As I said before, the animation was quite alright and was quite nice to see. And the first 20 minutes of this movie were quite enjoyable in my opinion. It's just that the rest of the movie chose a more generic path that I genuinely really didn't fucking like. And humor also doesn't really work for me, or doesn't really work for anyone who is not 24/7 horny and is above the age of 16 and under the age of 12. Because if you watch this movie under the age of 12, you should seek a doctor. Or at least better parents. Something like that. I'm gonna give this movie 2 stars out of 5. I did not enjoy it, but it was not as bad as I expected this movie to be. Alright, what did you think of this one? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I would like to see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.